the biggest lead in the Hyderabad blast case. Top sources have told headlines today that not only did Indian Mujahideen mastermind Yasin Bhatkal plant the bombs in Dilsukhnagar himself, but he's believed to be still in Hyderabad, hiding out in an Indian Mujahideen safe house. That is the breaking news coming in at this time. Well, let's go across to Rohini Swami now, who joins us for more on the story. Rohini, absolutely shocking information. What are the details that you have about Yasin Bhatkal?
So what we are getting to know is the fact that obviously the recce has been done much earlier, but the fact that Yasin Bhatkal could have been on location when the blast took place, because it's a very typical thing that we have seen how the Pune German bakery blast too, that Yasin Bhatkal's footage was found in the CCTV footage that was acquired, and that he could have been even the person, and that the sources are saying that's what the investigating agency are looking at in terms of the angle. He could have been the person who could have planted the second bomb at Venkatachari Theatre. Now what they're also saying is they won't be not surprised for the fact that Yasin Bhatkal would have been somewhere in Hyderabad itself, but that there is a lot of investigation and a lot of search that is happening for that at this point of time. But at the same time, there's another important information that has been shared with us, and that is the way they operated, especially when it came to executing this bomb blast. They would use a SIM card. They would use it once and throw it away. If they use a SIM card more than once, they would deactivate and then throw it away so that they would not fall into the radar of the police. So very clearly, a very systematic way of working, because we've also been told by the police that the Indian Mujahideen has been seeing and monitoring very closely as to how the police would investigate the various blasts, be it in Pune, in Bombay and Bank, and now we have seen how in Hyderabad too. And they have been updating the information and updating the way and style of working, and that is how they've been throwing away these SIM cards and trying to move away so that they would not be tracked by the police.
All right, let me also go across to Atir Khan, who joins us on the phone line. Atir, what do we know so far about Yasin Bhatkal's whereabouts? One of the Bhatkal brothers, the mastermind, was also believed to have been in Pakistan, but information now is that Yasin Bhatkal was himself personally responsible for the Hyderabad blast and is in Hyderabad.
Well, Rukmini, there's considerable amount of mystery around this character. We know that he's a founding member of Indian Mujahideen and he's a master of deception. In the past, it has been established that his presence was there immediately after the incident or before the incident. However, he's managed to get a flee from the spot. But this time around, this possibility cannot be ruled out that he was present there in Hyderabad somewhere and he must be overseeing the entire operation. So this is the assumption on which the agencies are working, because in the past we have seen this has happened that way. However, we also know that the intelligence agencies are also narrowing down on certain operatives who are still at large and who were dormant, but they have played some role in the attacks in the past. So the pressure is mounting on these operatives now, especially the sleeper cells. We know Delhi Police Special Cell is also concentrating on Raju Bhai, who is a logistical man, and they are carrying out raids in Delhi, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh to nab him down.
All right, let me also go across to Rohit Singh, who joins us on the phone line from Patna. Rohit, from information available to us as of now, it seems that Yasin Bhatkal is very much in Hyderabad. What is the information as regards the raids which have been taking place in Bihar? What is it that you're picking up from Bihar?
Rukmini, raids have been going on at several places, especially the two districts of one is Samastipur and Darbhanga. They are under scanner for last couple of days since the Hyderabad blast has happened. But today, one important information that is coming is that the IB team has raided Begusarai. Today evening, the IB team came to Bariarpur village in Begusarai district, and they have picked up one person whose name is, what we have been told, is Muhammad Zaid, and he was studying at Deoband in Uttar Pradesh. And what information we are getting from sources is that some suspicious phone calls were made from his mobile on the day when the blast happened, and on that basis the police, the IB team has raided his village, and he has been picked up and he is being interrogated at the Tegra police station. So right now interrogations are going on of Muhammad Zayed, and police is trying to ascertain his role or maybe trying to get some lead in this case.
All right, Rohit and Rohini, we'll leave it there for now. But that is a developing story. We'll be tracking all the data. Thank you very much for joining us with that update. Atir, I'm going to have to ask you to stay on with us. More breaking news coming in. Ironically, the key to nailing the kingpins behind the Hyderabad terror attack lies with people already in Indian jails. Now, the man to the right of your screens amongst the key suspects regarding Thursday's twin blast is Syed Maqbool, along with Firoz Khan and Ubaidur Rahman, are three IM operatives who are already in custody, whose custody can in fact reveal vital details about the Bhatkal brothers. Three men who hold the key in India, breaking the Indian Mujahideen, Lashkar-e-Toiba and ISI terror nexus. Well, let's start with the first one, the most important of these three men, Syed Maqbool. Now, this man is believed to have recce'd Dilsukhnagar along with other potential targets in Hyderabad for the Bhatkal brothers. Maqbool was arrested last year for his role in the Pune blast. Now, there's also another person by the name of Firoz Khan. Firoz Khan reportedly was visited by Maqbool in January of 2012 during his incarceration in Nellore jail. He will be vital in exposing the other conspirators in the Hyderabad blast. And finally, there is Ubaidur Rahman, who is also currently in judicial custody in Bangalore. Now, Rahman is believed to have been in close contact as well with the Bhatkal brothers. The Bhatkal brothers, of course, founded the Indian Mujahideen. Now, investigative agencies believe that he can provide vital information about the new IM modules. Well, the Hyderabad terror attack, as we all know now, was planned and executed with surgical precision. Headlines today has learned that the plot behind the Hyderabad attacks was in fact was hatched by a cell of at least three India-based Indian Mujahideen operatives under the direct charge of IM India chief Yasin Bhatkal and overall guidance of IM founder Riaz Bhatkal, who is now based in Pakistan. Let's quickly tell you how it was all plotted step by step and executed. The key player, the brains behind this attack, was the Indian Mujahideen founder Riaz Bhatkal. And the men taking direct orders from Riaz Bhatkal was in fact his brother Yasin Bhatkal, who was also then giving orders directly to the other operators. Now, Yasin Bhatkal, reactivated a sleeper cell in Hyderabad and met at least three Indian Mujahideen foot soldiers and passed on instructions to carry out the dastardly strikes. And here are those three players, in fact, who were actually in trenches and who did really the dirty work for the Bhatkal brothers, the masterminds of this attack. The plot was fine-tuned on the 18th of January at a lodge in Hyderabad city, and the room where it was all plotted to, the last detail, was hired by Manzar under the alias of Amitesh Sinha. Exactly 33 days after that meeting, the cell used its tried and tested IM modus operandi to carry out the strike. IEDs in tiffin boxes strapped to bicycles, timed to go out at 7 p.m. And now we know that CCTVs had been disconnected 4 days in advance. Well, we'll get you that breaking news in just a bit, but let's put this developing story into perspective for you. Fresh leads are emerging from the investigations into the Hyderabad blasts. In fact, in the latest, Headlines Today has learned that after conducting raids across 4 states, including Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand and Uttar Pradesh, NIA team is likely to visit Nellore jail in Andhra Pradesh. This in order to grill an inmate there named Firoz, who is believed to be an ISI agent. Reports suggest that the main accused in the blast case, Maqbool, was in regular touch with this ISI agent.
Daantlo Firoz ane prisoner oka murder case lo life sentence అనుభవిస్తున్నాడు. ఒక అన్ట్రయల్ కేసు ఒకటి ఉంది, రిమాండ్ కేసు ఒకటి ఉంది. అబేద్ హుస్సేన్ అనే అతనికి 8 కేసులు ఉన్నాయండి. 7 కేసులు హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉన్నాయి, ఒక కేసు పుణేలో ఉంది.
Headlines Today has learned that a team of NIA has reached Nellore and is questioning a Firoz, a suspected ISI agent launched in the jail there. Jail authorities have confirmed that the main accused in the twin blast of Hyderabad, Maqbool, had indeed met with Firoz in that jail last year. The investigative agencies are trying to probe every angle of any possible foreign hand in these blasts. Mridula Chunduri in Hyderabad for Headlines Today.
The Delhi Special Cell is on the hunt for Indian Mujahideen sleeper cells in Delhi and North India. The hunt is on for Indian Mujahideen suspect Raju Bhai, expected to be the key to tracking down sleeper modules. Well, let me go back to headline today's Atir Khan, who is with us. Atir, what do we know about this Raju Khan, and why is it now that the focus has shifted to sleeper cells in Delhi?
Well, Rukmini, Raju's name had emerged at the time when Delhi Police Special Cell had worked out the Pune blast. Now, his role was mainly providing logistical support to persons who had gone and raided Hyderabad. Now, we also know that he had disappeared from the scene, and Delhi Police Special Cell couldn't nab him around that time. However, he was on the Delhi Police Special Cell's radar, but his role has again become very, very significant because he, the police believes, could be significant in divulging, useful information about the sleeper cells, his associates. He being the man behind the scenes would certainly know a lot about active operatives of Indian Mujahideen and the axis of Lashkar-e-Toiba. Therefore, a manhunt has begun for this man, as I told you, in Delhi, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh.